I didn't believe in trail stories. I was a logistics guy. Former Army. Did search and rescue coordination after discharge. Paperwork, radio logs, missing person timelines. I knew how myths started. Stress, isolation, sleep deprivation. That's what I told myself when I took the seasonal ranger contract along the Appalachian Trail section near the West Virginia line. I was assigned a quiet stretch. No tourist overlooks. No shelters with graffiti. Just miles of green tunnel and old footpaths that predated maps. The first month was nothing. Radio check-ins. Storm damage reports. One twisted ankle. One lost dog. Then the voice started showing up in the logs. Not my voice. Not another ranger's. Just transcripts. The first entry was flagged as a system error. 2:17 a.m. Unknown transmission. You're walking too fast. I didn't remember hearing it. The system autorecords open channel activity, so sometimes hikers pick up interference, baby monitors, CB radios. Still, it bothered me. The trail doesn't have cell service there. And no one hikes at 2 a.m. unless they're lost or running from something. I started listening more carefully during night patrols. That's when I noticed the silence. People think the woods are loud at night. They aren't. There are sounds, sure. Bugs. Wind. Distant animals. But there's also structure to it. A rhythm. And sometimes, that rhythm stops. The first time it happened, I was checking a fire ring near a dry creek bed. Everything just cut out. No insects. No wind. No leaves. Like someone muted the forest. Then I heard footsteps behind me. Bare feet. Slow. Deliberate. I turned immediately. Nothing there. The forest resumed like nothing happened. I logged it as adrenaline and kept moving. 3 nights later, a hiker reported something odd. Middle-aged guy. Solo. Experienced. He came into the ranger station just before dusk, shaking but trying not to show it. He said someone had been walking behind him since noon. Always just out of sight. Never breaking branches. Never breathing hard. Matching his pace exactly. When he stopped, it stopped. When he turned, it stepped off the trail. He never saw a face. Just heard a voice once. Soft. Right behind his left ear. You don't need that much water. I told him dehydration can cause auditory hallucinations. He looked at me like I'd insulted him. I had a full pack, he said. And when I checked it after, it was lighter. I escorted him out of the area. That night, the logs captured another transmission. 1:41 a.m. He walks like you. I was alone at the station. I checked the radio. No active channel. The voice wasn't coming through sound. It was coming through the system. As text. Like the trail itself was typing. Things escalated fast after that. We started getting missing person pings that didn't make sense. People who were found miles away from their last known location. No injuries. No exposure. No memory of how they got there. One woman was found standing on the trail barefoot, clothes clean, humming. She told the medic she had been practicing walking quieter. I began reviewing old reports. Decades back. Handwritten ranger notes. Before digital logs. Same patterns. Same phrases. Subject reports being followed without visual confirmation. Audio anomaly, voice mimics hiker's internal monologue. Silence event reported prior to disorientation. One entry from the 1970s stood out. Ranger notes. Do not respond if it calls your name in your own voice. That sentence was underlined 3 times. I started wearing earplugs at night. Didn't help. The voice wasn't external. It didn't sound like sound. It sounded like thought. It knew what I was about to do before I did it. You're going to check the creek again. You're tired. You'll make a mistake. One night, while hiking a perimeter trail, I tested it. I stopped walking mid-step. Didn't move a muscle. Held my breath. The forest went silent. Then. Good. Slower is better. The voice wasn't ahead of me. It wasn't behind me. It was aligned with me. Like it had been walking as me. That night, I found footprints beside mine. Same size. Same wear pattern. But deeper. Like whoever made them weighed more. Or pressed harder. I requested reassignment. Command denied it. They said my reports were inconsistent. They said I sounded paranoid. Then they asked me something that made my stomach drop. They asked why I'd been transmitting after midnight. I told them I hadn't. They played me the audio. It was my voice. Calm. Flat. Reading trail coordinates I didn't recognize. Ending every transmission with the same sentence. I'm practicing. The final incident happened during a storm. Heavy fog. Low visibility. I heard someone walking toward me on the trail. Barefoot. I didn't turn this time. I knew better. The voice spoke softly. Right where my thoughts formed. You're ready now. The fog thickened. The forest went silent. And for a moment, I couldn't feel my legs moving. But I was still walking. When I came back to myself, I was standing at a trail junction I'd never seen before. No signage. No blazes. Just an old path leading off into trees that felt wrong. Too orderly. Like they were waiting. My radio buzzed. A final transmission logged automatically. 3:03 a.m. He learned. I walked back to the station before dawn. Turned in my badge. Left without explanation. I don't hike anymore. I don't walk trails. I don't walk in silence. Because sometimes, when I move through a quiet room too smoothly, I hear it adjust its pace. And I know. The Appalachian Trail doesn't just record footsteps. It teaches them. And once it learns yours, it never forgets how to walk like you.